Hi, and thanks for returning to Coin Lady channel. I'll be sharing some views from a few analysts here who expressed their thoughts on this. It's literally been years since I've heard this many analysts sure that the much-anticipated XRP bull run is finally at hand. I'll just point out that it's not often that I witness a number of analysts independently concluding at once that XRP is most likely about to run. However, this has previously occurred for everyone who watched my channel in 2020. For instance, I believe it was around late October or early November, though I would need to check a chart to be positive. Additionally, I observed, hello everyone. Something unusual is happening to me. Several of the analysts I follow are discussing XRP and predicting that it will soon explode. And without warning, it began to run after a few days, a week, or any period of time. And because it had been hanging about, it ran as if it hadn't run in a very long time. You know what it was like when you were there, right? It was in the 20-something cent area, and for months at a time. It seemed as though it would never, ever disappear. However, a variety of analysts viewed the data and the charts and said things like, "This is about pop. This bad boy is not pop." Indeed, it did. It went from, whatever it was, I believe 20-something cents. And it went from roughly 25 cents to over 80 cents in just a week or two. Furthermore, I believe it was November 2020. Again, all I'm observing is that this is the kind of atmosphere I'm witnessing at the moment, with XRP clearly valued at a premium compared to 2020. Yes, it is lower than it should have been in the event of the Sekman attack, but it will start considerably higher in 2020. No longer bound by the ridiculous SEC litigation on top of that. Therefore, it's not absurd to believe that if XRP continues, we'll see the face-melting rally we deserve has finally arrived, after more than 6 friggin' years. To be clear, though, I have no experience with finances of any type, and I'm not here to give financial advice. Furthermore, nothing I say should influence you to buy or sell anything. I'm just a hobbyist that likes to create YouTube videos about various aspects of cryptocurrency for fun. Here is a headline from XRP, a cryptocurrency that finally broke the 6-year triangle and analysts were aiming for $3.50. It's amusing because in one of my previous videos, I highlighted the viewpoint that they're discussing right now, that of a chart analyst named JD, because I don't want to go through it again. It's simply that I wanted to bring it up because it's different. However, even if you examine a somewhat shorter time frame, such as the chart action over the previous few years, what does it tell you about a longer or higher time frame? The fact that chart analysts are passionate about cryptocurrency means that, despite the fact that he is formally posing a question, you may infer his inclination. Thus, sir, anytime you see a 2017 type pump, #XRP, I don't need to tell you what happened in late 2017 and early 2018, so you all already know. That was the largest XRP face melt rally ever recorded, and when he eventually got that enormous leg up, you can see what that looks like. That's correct, and that would have been, like, this section. This first one, technically speaking, the first occurred in March, April, or May. I would have to purchase tickets, or just realize that I'm talking broadly. However, there was a first leg up in the first half of 2017 and a last blow-off top that, let's be honest, wasn't where the majority of the rally was located in terms of percentage. You, however, like to speak in monetary terms. Yes, that's where the meltdown occurred. That would have happened in late 2017 or early 2018. Thus, he's making note of this because he recognizes that, when it comes to this, it certainly doesn't all happen at once. However, he points out that if you look at what transpired when XRP began operating in the first half of 2017 at last, we may be in the situation at the moment, and pay attention to that moment. XRP increased from roughly half a penny to, if I recall correctly, about 42 cents. We just took that and he overlaid it on this chart over here on the left, emphasizing the events of the past few years and demonstrating that, to put it nicely, if you have an action comparable to that, your face melts. Facebook is obviously passionate about cryptocurrency and, to put it very gently, has quickly surpassed $1. Like, He believes that more than $20 is actually in the cards. And he's eroding the bone because of this morning's post from Love Crypto. Honestly, even though I anticipate a pullback in March, I would prefer it to be a brief, sharp adjustment period prior to the much-anticipated XRP bull run. Charts appear to provide that opportunity. This is what history dictates must happen. First and foremost, Bitcoin needs to surpass all previous records this week. I will thus take a moment to clarify, even if I will not provide a deadline. I have been saying that for a very long time. In order for XRP to reach a new peak, Bitcoin must take the necessary action first. I simply believe that there is little chance that XRP will reach a new all-time high if Bitcoin does not. So if I had to wager right now, and I may be wrong, I would say that there is a good chance that Bitcoin will achieve a new all-time high in enterprise discovery this cycle. In the end, XRP will follow, even if it happens toward the end of the cycle, because historically, there has been historic precedent for that. Even if that happens, we will still have an incredible season. He continues by saying that a bullish crossover C chart for the XRP IMACD LMACD must be printed using the second log MACD to 2-week. I'm not a shark. I'm not acting as though I understand what that specific one is. In my opinion, MACD is one of the newest hip-hop musicians currently active in the scene. The dominance of number 3 Bitcoin D needs to collapse in favor of a surge in large-cap altcoins. And you observe that in each and every cycle. Isn't that right? What needs to happen if you're going to have an alternate season? Indeed, even when the price of Bitcoin rises, you can observe a decline in dominance as long as everything takes off in a more spectacular way. That has a very long historical history. Subsequently, he states that this theory would coincide with a brief bull market in which Bitcoin peaks at $100,000 before March 2024 becomes the new March 2017. It's odd that he is now stating this because I have been promoting crypto for years on end and he has been supportive of this longer cycle concept. In fact, the previous video I made discussed theories put out by tech developers and former Goldman Sachs executive Raoul Pal. They believe that a longer liquidity cycle, that is, slightly less than 4 years, is what drives Bitcoin cycles. Therefore, that's the real reason why it doesn't exactly fit their theory. That's why he was asking. Maybe you're noticing something, like a TARP, this year? That would be consistent with those kinds of ideas. Therefore, and that would undoubtedly ruin the story. I mean, I already believe that the stories surrounding Bitcoin have been damaged, but this would ruin it even more, correct? That's all I have to say. Then there was the post above 6,649 show starts now that was made by chart analyst Dark Defender. What might that mean? If you follow him and are a part of the XRP community, you are aware that he is speaking about XRP. He actually refers to XRP above 66.49 cents when he writes above 66.49, the actual fireworks. He claims, start when that occurs. And by now, who knows? Maybe by the time I publish this, that will have already taken place. Oregon. As you may know, life moves quickly. The cryptocurrency market may collapse entirely, and you will undoubtedly experience significant setbacks along the road. I have never witnessed a cycle in which it hasn't been the case. It is quite reasonable to expect significant corrections, especially during quite strong rises. It has historically been above 15%, 20%, and 30%. Indeed, it has taken place. If that hadn't occurred, it would be rather strange. However, even in that case, I won't be in the slightest bit afraid. Then there was a post from Dark Defender stating that it is March 1st today. So, here is the one from yesterday. I received one yesterday and one today. March 1st. Here we are at XRP. We want to reach 64.62 cents today and have managed to get 62.58 cents. But this is not enough to close the monthly by breaking the orange. Ichimoku clouds are the aim of one of those Pokemon guys, and the MACD is positive about continuing towards them. Initially, I apologize for the $1 initially, and then $1.88, which I believe to be the Fibonacci level. That's probably a classy Italian restaurant where they give you free breadsticks. Afterwards, he writes, XRP will flex to the level of $1.80. That was yesterday, and now this is what you're getting. Our goal is to receive 64 62 cents on March 1st. On March 2nd, which is March 1st in the US, XRP recovered from our Fibonacci threshold and reached 64 cents. Aim for 77.7 cents in a few days. $1 will come next. He therefore considers that swiftly and realizes that there is historical precedent for such to happen possibly within the next several days. You mention raising XRP from where it is currently to 77 cents. As I've been saying, I recognize that many individuals are making a lot of noise, especially during the most recent low points of XRP. It appears unattainable until it occurs unexpectedly one day, at which point it becomes achievable. And in retrospect, we can see that it was always going to happen. Okay, so that's when the attitude shifts. People, it's almost here. I'd be surprised if it wasn't the case. As always, I hope that everyone is feeling content and self-assured, as that seems to be the most sensible course of action. It's only a matter of time till it does. But feel free to share your thoughts in the space provided for comments below. Will you be visiting Fibonacci to indulge in their endless breadsticks and perhaps order some spaghetti and meatballs or chicken parmesan? You shouldn't buy or sell anything based on anything I say because I'm not a financial expert. That concludes the video. As always, please like and subscribe. Bye, and see you soon.